If you've ever had a trash bag rip on you, you know exactly how frustrating and messy it can be. Today, we're putting 3 of the most common options head-to-head: Hefty Ultra Strong, Glad ForceFlex Plus, and a generic store brand. The goal is simple: to find out which bag really gives you the best balance of strength, stretch, leak protection, odor control, and price. Hefty claims to be the toughest bag on the shelf. Glad leans on flexibility and odor-fighting technology, and store brands promise to save you money, but often at the cost of performance. So, which one actually delivers when it's time to take out the trash? We're going to test each bag the way you use them every single day, packing them with heavy loads, checking for tears and leaks, and seeing how they handle food odors and overstuffed bins. By the end of this video, you'll know whether you should pay more for the big names, or if a cheaper store brand can actually get the job done. Let's start it. Most people don't think twice about trash bags until one rips, leaks, or refuses to tie shut. Then it's a disaster. A weak bag means garbage juice on your floor, odors spreading through the kitchen, and double bagging that costs you more in the long run. That's why choosing the right bag matters. It's not just about holding trash. It's about strength to handle heavy loads, stretch to prevent rips, leak protection for messy food waste, odor control for everyday smells, and price value, so you're not overspending for basic household use. The difference between a premium brand like Hefty or Glad and a cheaper store brand often comes down to these exact categories. Spend a little more, and you may save yourself from constant headaches. But is that extra cost really worth it? When it comes to trash bags, you've probably noticed 3 names pop up over and over again: Hefty, Glad, and your local store brand. But what really sets them apart? Let's break it down. Hefty Ultra Strong has built its reputation on durability. It's marketed as the go-to choice for heavy loads, sharp objects, and no-nonsense strength. The focus here is reliability: fewer rips, fewer leaks, and a solid drawstring. Glad ForceFlex Plus takes a different approach. Instead of just brute strength, it uses stretchable material that flexes around odd-shaped trash. Glad also leans heavily into odor protection, offering scented liners that claim to trap kitchen smells before they spread. Store-brand bags are all about saving money. They're usually the cheapest option per bag, but that lower cost often comes with trade-offs: thinner plastic, weaker drawstrings, and fewer features like odor control. Still, if they hold up for light use, they can stretch your dollar. So now that we know the competitors, let's see how they perform where it matters most: durability and leak resistance. If a trash bag can't handle a heavy load without tearing, it's not worth your money. So we put all 3 bags through the same stress test: cans, leftovers, and even a little liquid at the bottom, the real stuff that pushes bags to their limit. Hefty Ultra Strong lives up to its name here. The plastic feels thicker, and it holds up against sharp edges without ripping. Even with heavy, wet trash, it resists leaks better than most. Glad ForceFlex Plus doesn't feel as thick, but the stretch material works. Instead of tearing right away, it expands around bulky items, which keeps it from breaking under pressure. It does fine with liquids, but not quite as leak-proof as Hefty. Store-brand bags are where you see the biggest difference. With light loads, they're fine. But once you add weight or anything sharp, small holes form fast, and with liquids, leaks are almost guaranteed. When it comes to durability and leak resistance, Hefty takes the top spot. Glad is a close second thanks to its stretch, and the store brand trails far behind. Next, let's look at another major pain point: tie strength and handling. Nothing is worse than filling up a bag, pulling on the drawstrings, and having them snap or cut into your hands. Tie strength and handling are just as important as durability, because if you can't lift the bag without spilling, the whole design fails. Hefty Ultra Strong comes with a sturdy drawstring. It feels tight when you pull it, but once tied, it holds. Even with a heavy load, the handles don't dig into your hands as much as cheaper bags. Glad ForceFlex Plus is the easiest to tie. The strings are stretchier, which makes cinching the bag shut smoother and less of a struggle. That extra give also makes it more comfortable to carry, especially if the bag is overfilled. Store-brand bags often cut corners here. The strings are thinner, they slip when tied, and under pressure they can snap or tear right through the plastic. That's fine for a light bathroom bag, but risky for a full kitchen load. In this category, Glad wins on comfort and ease of tying, while Hefty scores for overall reliability. The store brand falls behind again. Next, let's test something every household deals with: odor control. If your trash bag can't handle smells, it doesn't matter how strong it is. Your whole kitchen suffers. Odor control is where the biggest differences between brands show up. Glad ForceFlex Plus takes the lead here. Their Febreze Freshness and other scented liners do more than just cover odors. They actually neutralize them. Whether it's leftovers, diapers, or raw food scraps, Glad does the best job keeping smells contained. Hefty Ultra Strong also offers scented options, but they're not as aggressive. They do a decent job at controlling day-to-day odors, but once the bag is full of strong-smelling waste, you'll notice it faster compared to Glad. Store brand bags usually don't come with odor-fighting technology at all. If you're throwing away anything with a strong smell, you'll probably need to take the trash out sooner or deal with odors escaping into the room. So when it comes to odor protection, Glad is the clear winner. Hefty is solid but second, and store brands lag far behind. Next up, let's see how these bags compare when it comes to size options and fit. A trash bag that doesn't fit your can is just as bad as one that tears. Too small, and it slips inside the bin. Too big, and you waste material and money. Fit matters more than most people realize. Hefty gives you plenty of options: the standard 13-gallon kitchen size, plus larger contractor and outdoor bags. Their sizing is consistent, and the bags are designed to grip the can without sliding down. Glad also offers multiple sizes, and their ForceFlex material helps the bag stretch a little if your bin is slightly overstuffed. That flexibility makes them more forgiving when you're pushing the limits. Store brand bags are hit or miss. Some run smaller than advertised, which means they don't fully cover a standard 13-gallon kitchen can. Others are too loose, which causes the bag to collapse into the bin when you throw heavier items in. So for size and fit, Hefty and Glad both delivered dependable options, while store brands can be inconsistent. Next, let's talk about something everyone cares about: price versus value. When it comes to trash bags, the price tag can be misleading. Cheaper doesn't always mean better value if you end up using twice as many bags. Hefty Ultra Strong usually costs more per bag, but the durability means fewer rips and less need for double bagging. Over time, that reliability helps balance out the higher upfront cost. Glad ForceFlex Plus is in the same premium price range, but you're paying extra for odor control and stretch technology. If kitchen smells are a constant issue in your home, that feature alone may justify the higher price. Store brand bags are by far the cheapest upfront, sometimes half the cost of Hefty or Glad. But when they leak or tear, you may end up using two at a time, which eats into the savings quickly. For light, dry trash they're fine, but for heavy kitchen loads, the value drops fast. So in terms of price versus real-world value, Hefty and Glad justify their cost with performance, while store brands only make sense for light-duty use. Next, let's look at another factor that matters when you're shopping: convenience and availability. A trash bag isn't helpful if you can't find it when you need it. Convenience and availability are a big part of the buying decision. Hefty is easy to find in nearly every big box store, grocery chain, and warehouse club across the U.S. They also come in bulk packs, which means fewer trips to the store. Glad is just as widely available, and in many cases, you'll see even more variety on the shelves, especially when it comes to scented options or specialty bags. Glad also tends to be stocked in multi-packs, making them convenient for families that go through bags quickly. Store brand bags depend on where you shop. Some chains have solid options, but if you switch stores or move to a new area, you might not find the same quality or sizing. Consistency is the biggest issue here. So when it comes to convenience and nationwide availability, Hefty and Glad both deliver, while store brands are hit or miss. Next, let's pull everything together with a pros and cons recap before giving the final verdict. Before we name a winner, let's quickly recap what each bag does best and where they fall short. Hefty Ultra Strong. Pros: thick plastic, excellent durability, strong leak resistance, and reliable drawstrings. Cons: pricier than store brands, and odor control is only average compared to Glad. Glad ForceFlex Plus. Pros: flexible material that stretches instead of tearing, best-in-class odor control, and easy-to-tie drawstrings. Cons: premium price point, and not quite as tough against sharp edges as Hefty. Store brand bags. Pros: cheapest option up front, good enough for light or dry trash. Cons: thinner plastic, weaker ties, poor leak resistance, and usually no odor protection. In short, Hefty is built for toughness, Glad is built for flexibility and odor control, and store brands are built for price, but at the cost of performance. Now, let's settle it once and for all with the final verdict. Which trash bag is really worth your money? At the end of the day, you want a bag that won't rip, won't leak, and won't stink up your kitchen. So which one actually delivers? Hefty Ultra Strong takes the win for overall reliability. If you want a bag that can handle heavy loads and sharp objects without giving you a mess, Hefty is the safest bet. Glad ForceFlex Plus is the best choice if odor control is your top priority. The stretch design also makes it easier to tie and carry, which is a big plus for busy households. Store brand bags are only worth it if you're on a tight budget or using them for light, dry trash, like in a bathroom or office. For kitchen use, they just can't compete with Hefty or Glad. So the verdict is simple. Hefty wins on toughness, Glad wins on odor control, and store brands only win on price. Next, let's break it down even further with some practical buying advice based on different household needs. Not every household has the same trash needs, so here's how to choose the right bag for your situation. If you've got a busy family kitchen with kids, lots of leftovers, or even diapers, Glad ForceFlex Plus is the smarter pick. The odor control and stretch make a big difference when the trash piles up fast. If you're looking for a bag that can handle heavy, messy loads, think food scraps, cans, or yard waste, Hefty Ultra Strong is your best bet. It's built tougher and holds up when other bags fail. If you're only using bags for light-duty jobs like office bins, bathroom trash, or recycling dry items, then a store brand bag can save you money without much risk. Just don't expect it to survive a full kitchen load. The key is matching the bag to your actual use. Pay a little more for performance when you need it, but don't overspend if your trash is light and easy. And now, let's wrap it all up with one final takeaway. Why the right trash bag saves you time, money, and frustration in the long run. Nobody wants to deal with a ripped trash bag. It's messy, frustrating, and ends up costing you more in the long run. That's why choosing the right bag up front really matters. Glad gives you strong odor control and stretch. Hefty delivers raw strength for heavy loads, and store brands keep things budget-friendly for lighter jobs. At the end of the day, the best trash bag is the one that saves you the most hassle for your lifestyle. So don't just grab the cheapest box on the shelf. Think about how you actually use your trash bags. Spending a little more on the right fit can save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense product comparisons, and let me know in the comments which trash bag you swear by. And stick around. Next up, we're testing another everyday product that might just surprise you.